Hello, everybody. Welcome to inventory part 19. This is inventory costing. We're going to wrap this up, talk about complete our scorecard, and then suggestions in terms of practicing our homework. Okay, that was a quick video. Okay, so let's go ahead and go to our scorecard. So you saw me do that at the end of the weighted average periodic video. I went through and did this, and now let's kind of go through and finish this for LIFO perpetual. For LIFO perpetual, we had 85,000 of cost of goods sold. And then over here, we had 164,000 for our ending inventory. For weighted average perpetual, we had cost of goods sold of 79,000. And then over here, we had a total of 170,000 for our ending inventory. Now, again, with all these numbers here, right, just remember when you're doing inventory costing problems, there are going to be a lot of different ways to check your work, right? And most importantly, it is the constants. When we're going through and learning this, you have to make sure your constants are good. The goods available for sale, units available for sale, units sold, units in ending inventory, you have to take your time. The other thing I also want to mention to you is my job in these videos is to make this material as easy and digestible as possible. It is not that easy. Accounting is a skill that takes practice and repetition. The thing I tell my students is you have to physically write it out, commit it to muscle memory. That's the best way to learn accounting because it is a skill. It pays well, especially right now. This is February 2022, March 2022. I have never seen a job market like this with the big retirement. There are huge vacancies in accounting. It's also one of the very best skills you can have starting up your business career. It doesn't cost as an MBA would. So the other thing I also want to share with you too is that when you're looking for, dude, I want more practice, where do I find more questions? I'll show you a few resources here. So if I go to zlibrary.org, like my librarians told me at one of the schools where I work for currently, he said like, this is like Slim Shady Tchaikovsky, but we're going to go here anyways, because as of right now, it looks like it's free. So if I type in something like intermediate accounting, or if I just type in accounting, what's going to happen here is that, and if I just say accounting McGraw-Hill, right? What's going to happen here is that this is going to pop up, and right over here is a textbook that my students are currently using. Now, I'm still on the 7th edition, right? Most everybody else that they've gone to the new one, but right over here, you can down these textbooks for free, right? If I go over here and hit download, let's see how long this takes. I've got a pretty decent internet connection, so I'm just going to go ahead and pause and wait till this downloads. So zLibrary has books you can go through and download, and I just basically went into preview mode because it's about 100 megabyte file, so it was taking quite some time to download. But in these books, you can essentially go through and find more questions to go through and do. If you just type in any of the publishers, so like accounting, if I type in Wiley, what I'll find over here is different textbooks that have been produced by Wiley over the years. This is an intermediate accounting textbook that's currently in circulation. So again, if you're looking for more things to practice with, believe it or not, weighted average perpetual, I believe this is covered in chapter 8 of Wiley in their intermediate accounting textbook. So there's a lot of places you can kind of go through and look to find more questions to practice with. But again, the most important thing you can do as you're doing these questions is practicing. The more you practice, the better you're going to get better at the skill of accounting. Thank you again for joining me here on this last part of my inventory videos. I'm happy to make more. Just feel free to leave your questions in the comments, and I appreciate your liking and subscribing to the channel, and liking the videos and subscribing to the channel. And I'll see you on the next video. Have a great one.